But instead of my brother, you, my sister, standing next to me. And I said, Allahu Akbar. So Allah is the greatest. But nice, cushy feeling. Nice and cool. I'm wondering whether she's not the greatest. Now, this is the human mind, how it works. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The question was, when do the women come to pray? See, the obligation to pray, as well as every other religious obligation, which is incumbent upon the man, is also incumbent upon the woman. But there is what is called a segregation of the sexes in Islam. Men and women are not allowed to freely intermingle. So in the absence of a separate facility, they pray at home. There are certain mosques which have certain separate facilities. Like this particular one here, unfortunately, the way from the very beginning it was built, it didn't have that facility. But now, the free intermingling is that which is not allowed. Otherwise, everything the man does, the woman must do. Fasting, prayer, going on a pilgrimage, giving charity, whatever the man does, the woman must do the same. But now, you might not have had the chance of coming through that section there where we make ablution. So you might have coming straight in here. That other side, you cover tax there, seats there. Going out time, you can have a look. So the men and the women must go through the same process. And imagine you might pick you making very patient there. And I waiting for my turn. Because at prayer time, there's always a queue behind every time. Because there's certain fixed times and everybody tries to make it, how to get it quickly to fit into the time slot. So you making your ablution and I am waiting for my turn. For example, and I can assure you, madam, that as old as I am, I see the lady, sitting there, her dresses around, the nape of the neck, lifting up her legs, washing her feet. I said, number one, you won't feel comfortable with a man sitting on your right-hand side and a man sitting on your left-hand side, and some men sitting across there, you lifting up your legs and washing your feet. You might be wearing a hot pant. You won't be at ease. Then there's a man sitting on your right hand, the man sitting on your left hand side, and the guy waiting from behind. He's watching, say, lovely tresses this lady has got, what lovely arms she's got. This is man, any man, unless he's a lunatic or something else is wrong with him. This is how God made man. Then you might have witnessed as in prayer, everybody standing shoulder to shoulder. Because the Holy Prophet Muhammad, he said that when you stand up for prayer, you must not leave gaps for the devil to get in between you and your brother. Now, the devil that he was talking about was not the guy we see in the art gallery, museum complex, City Hall. You go upstairs, second floor there, and you see the paintings by great artists. There's one huge painting there of a beautiful woman, well proportioned with wings. She's got a wand in her hand. She's directing the devil to go to hell. And you can see the devil flying off. In the picture, you can show all that. Hellfire in the distance, and the devil is flying off. And this devil has got ruddy complexion, red, red, red. He's got horns. He's got sharp ears. He's got a tail with a barbed hook. It's worth seeing. Some great artist has done that job. I said, now, a devil like that, if you saw it, you run for dear life. Me too. Muhammad wasn't talking about that. He was talking about you, yourself, we, ourselves. Says, you see, I am white, he's black. I am rich, he's poor. That devil must not be allowed to come in between you and your brother. So you stand shoulder to shoulder. My brother can't get away from me and I can't get away from him. But instead of my brother, you, my sister, standing next to me. And I said, Allahu Akbar. So Allah is the greatest. But nice, cushy feeling. Nice and cool. I'm wondering whether she's not the greatest. Now, this is the human mind, how it works. Then we stand rows and rows behind each other, as you have seen, rows and rows behind. And my sister, she's standing in front of me there in the row, and I'm behind her. I say, Allahu Akbar. I say, Allah is the greatest. This is 36, 24, 36. Look, this is man, any man. Unless he's a lunatic or there's something else wrong with him. This is how God made man. The thing that allures him most on this earthly existence is woman. And I don't have to prove it to the Westerner. To you people, I don't have to prove it. You know it, this weakness of man, and your people are using it to the limit. Look, Lucien Motors, Smith Street, Durban, they sell second-hand trucks. But on the trucks that they advertise, there's a woman in the bikini on top of the truck. Then G North, they moved from Field Street to North 18. G North, they sell second-hand tractors. They sell tractors. And on the tractor that they advertise, a woman in the bikini on top of the tractor. I'm asking, what has a woman in the bikini got to do with a second-hand truck or with a tractor? Except the man. You see, he'll be enticed to read that advert because of that woman. And then BMW has beaten the lot. BMW. Is the motor car supposed to be a little better than the Mercedes-Benz? I'm not in the market for it. I had 4 Beetles. You know, I spoke about Beetle. 4 Beetle motor cars, one after another. And then they did away with the Beetles. I was forced to buy a Golf. I'm still not in the market for a BMW. But a BMW advert in our daily news attracted me. What's the advert? BMW, illustration of a beautiful BMW motor car. In front of the motor car, there's a woman in the skimpiest of bikini, what you call the tanga, the G-string. And she's standing in a lustful, enticing pose. And at the bottom is written, test drive her now. Who? The woman of the car. So what are you doing to your women for? You see, the Westerner, he sells his mother, he sells his wife, he sells his daughter, he sells his sister. Everything is for sale. To him, anything, his wife is a star. You know, he's proud his wife is a star. She's being, bruised on the screen. The guy is simulating sex with her on the screen, and he can enjoy, so my wife is a star. So what has happened to you? Your sense of values. Your mother is a star. Your daughter is a star. This is the Holy Prophet Muhammad, he said, that women, they are your mothers and your sisters and your daughters and your aunts. They are to be loved, respected, cherished, and protected. They are not for sale. So according to our system, this free intermingling is a thing that is not allowed. But if there is a separate facility, like in the Grey Street Mosque now in Durban, they have a separate facility, separate entrance, separate for ablution. Everything is separate. They are in the mosque and yet out of the mosque, allowed. Only the free intermingling is not permitted, man. But the obligation is on the man as well as the woman to pray.